Hello, everyone, and thank you for attending today's webinar, See the New NFC Three-Phase Relay. Before we begin, we wanted to cover a few housekeeping items. At the bottom of your audience console are multiple application widgets you can use. If you have any questions during the webcast, you can click on the Q&A widget at the bottom and submit your question. We will try to answer these during the webcast, but if a fuller answer is needed or we run out of time, it will be answered later via email. I do want you to know that we do capture all questions. You can expand your slide area by clicking on the maximum icon on the top right or by dragging the bottom right corner. If you have any ON24 technical difficulties, please click on the Help widget that is showcased with the question mark in yellow and covers common technical issues. If you are running into slide or refresh issues, you should try refreshing your browser session or closing and logging back into the webcast. I also want to note that Chrome is the preferred browser. The volume is controlled by your computer speaker, and please note the presentation is in the resource widget for you to download at any time during this webinar. Peter, I will now turn it over to you.
Hey, good morning, everyone. How are you? My name is Peter Hess. Oops, sorry, it's for some reason this thing wasn't moving in the right direction here. Hold on, I apologize. It was at the end, I'm sorry. Let me go back here. I apologize. Again, my name is Peter Hess. I am the Senior Offer Manager with Schneider Electric, and I am responsible for relays. So I want to thank you again today for participating in here. And today I'm going to talk to you about a new exciting product we have called the new NFC Three-Phase Monitoring and Control Relay. Okay? So as you guys know, more and more manufacturers are adopting to NFC technology in the industry. So you can see that some Fender, some Phoenix Contact, Carlo Cavazzi, some other products are now moving to this new NFC technology in the industry. Okay, so let me just kind of give you an example. This is a product that we're promoting, that we're going to be releasing this month. It'll be a customer's decision made simple by one product in one app. So I just want to go back a little bit and explain what NFC means. That is near field communication. So what it is you're using an app on your phone to control that particular relay. Okay, so today in most control relays and monitoring relays, there's a small printed dial, as you can see in the example here, that you have to open up the case, and then you have to adjust the dial to set it with a screwdriver. With the new NFC control relay, you will not have to do that. You can see there's no screw things, there's no cover on the top. Everything is done through a smart app. Okay? So as I mentioned, this is controlled with near field communication, similar to, for example, Apple Pay, where you can put your phone up to a device, and then you can pay for a thing without having to take your credit card out of your wallet. So it enables the technology through close proximity to communicate through the mobile app without the need of internet connection. Okay, so let's get into it. So what's the difference between a conventional relay and the new NFC relay? Well, you can see over here, there's a picture of a conventional relay, and then here is the new NFC relays. At first glance, you can see that the three-phase NFC relay has no dials, fully digital, using an app, no clear cover, and uses a password to protect that app. Okay, so let's look at some of the customer benefits. If you look at the three-phase control relay all-in-one, it has one reference that covers 7 control functions. It has 2 outputs individually configurable, and then it has a wide range of voltage supply, anywhere from 280 up to 480 AC, and that's going to cover 90% of the market applications. You can auto-configure this through setting through a few clicks on the app. You can identify faults from the front through an LED, and this relay records up to 20 faults in the form of events. So you can track if you see any issues or faults going back 20 of them. And then you can add or change and monitor alarms with logic combination. You can simulate that and check your alarm logic. And again, remember what's very important, this is all protected through a 4-digit password, so nobody can make changes to that application or that setting. Again, if you look at the enhanced monitoring and testing, this will show fault status with LED. It'll read the relay status. It can record up to 20 maximum faults in front of events. You can change the relay settings. You can add or change monitor alarms with logic combination, as I mentioned, and you can manage this relay without any power, all made with one app. So let's go on here. The other thing that will give you peace of mind, you can set a 4-digit password in here so no one can change the settings of that machine configuration. In the past, they could open up the cover and they could change it with the screwdriver. So this will not allow you to do that anymore. So it's definitely peace of mind for superior security. So if you look at the app itself, it's one integrated app for the control relays. You can read, you can write, you can clone. You can auto-configure easily with a few clicks. You can configure up to 10 alarms with different monitoring functions. The alarm combination possible with logic is and or not for the relay output. You can define positive or negative logic through the relay output, and you can simulate available to check your logic to validate the alarm combination. And again, you can diagnose feature up to 20 historic faults through the event logger. And the other thing is that this can be done is you can share these settings with multiple channels or dependents of a phone. So you can share this with other users within your organization via phone, so they have the same settings and they're allowed to process that machine. So the value proposition I'm bringing to you is the all benefit from one NFC control relay or timer, simply one reference, time-saving, enhanced accuracy settings, the security through the password protection. So plus, it's plug and play. Again, as I mentioned, auto-configurable. You can identify faults. You can record faults via events, and you can simulate the check alarm logic, all in one app. So let's talk about the value proposition for these. Where would this relay be used in? Again, if you have a customer or you're looking for cutting-edge technology and features and benefits, this is the relay. And you can see it's used in a lot of applications out there. For example, pharmaceutical, water purification, mining, hospitals, pumps, machine making, theme parks. Again, these are example of multiple target applications for this type of relay. Okay, so let's talk about product features for panel and machine builders. So some of their concerns is, how do I find a few customers to expand my business? And then also, how can I design my machine to be more flexible? Well, with this control relay, you have the flexibility of plug-and-play terminals available on existing configurations. You have multi-function 3-phase to control and reduce the need for several control relays on a panel. The ease of configuration, the ability to share settings, and the fault logging and the operation temperature would solve these panel builder and machine builders' concerns. Another example would be a contractor or a system integrator. The same thing. Based on some of these benefits that this relay provides, with easy plug and play, ease of configuration, as I mentioned, all of these different processes when there makes their job easier, and so that they can move forward. So let's talk about some competition. For example, Carlo Cavazzi is the closest. Okay, so if you look at Carlo Cavazzi compared to the Schneider Electric version, when it comes to pairing lights, we have indicating pairing lights in progress. They have no pairing lights. User has to check the serial number of the relay in app to confirm it's the right relay for this connection. We have fault LEDs, up to 4, that show the exact fault. They have one blinking when, and you need to numbers of the blinking to figure out what's going on. Ours is now marine certified. Theirs is not. We have the auto configuration. They have no such app. We log up to 20 historical faults. They have none. And if you can simulator, you can check logic. No simulator is used there. And ours is available in and or not. Theirs is just and or. And again, when it comes to phase loss or phase sequencing, the user allows the user to configure actions in the app and deactivate if user wishes to depolarize, where you must have an alarm and it cannot be deactivated by the user. So you can see all the benefits that we have. Here's another example of a competitor, Lovato. And the same thing here. We have one reference. They have two references depending on the voltage range. We have the pairing LED. They have no pairing LED. We have 4 relevant LEDs to show exact faults. Relevant LED lights up to show exact faults. So again, relay outputs, we have 2. They have 1. Relay output state, we program it through the app, normally energize and de-energize at tripping. And you can see here when it comes to tripping and resetting time, we go up to 60 minutes. They only go up to 30 seconds. And again, phase loss and size, you can see ours is 22, theirs is 35. You can, and when it comes to phase loss, program and can be deactivated by the customer requirements. Theirs is set at a fixed 70% of rated control voltage. Okay, so let me just give you a little video here. Hopefully this will play. I'm having trouble here getting it to play. It was working last time. I apologize here. For some reason, the video is not playing. Let's see if I can go back in here. I apologize. It worked earlier. All right. Well, I had a video here that was going to show the NFC control relay. Unfortunately, unless somebody can help me here, I can't get it to play. I apologize.
Hi, Peter. This is Sheila. I can follow up with that video link to the attendees after the webinar. Since we have some technical difficulty, I'd be happy to do that.
Yeah, and I apologize for that, guys. It typically has worked in the past. Okay? So this was a quick overview of a new product that we're launching this month. I think it's exciting. I think there's a lot of applications and a lot of opportunities out there. So I would like to open this up for some questions and answers, and we can go from there.
Sounds good. We've got a couple questions here. One question is this a contractor or a contactor or a relay?
It's a relay. It's a control relay. It's a monitoring and control relay.
Okay.
It's just the newest technology that's used through NFC, through an app on your phone, instead of actually having to set everything up and do it manually.
Okay. The next question comes from Paul. You said the relay was a wide voltage range of 208 to 480 VAC. So is it only a 3-phase input? A standard timing relay is normally single-phase power of 20-240 VAC.
This is a 3-phase.
Okay. Another question, what faults might the relay have?
It could be tripped for any reason, depending on what your settings are. Again, it could be over, under voltage. It could be over, under sequencing. It depends on what the application is and what the settings are. And then based off of that, your logic that you put in for the alarms, then it would trip based on that setting.
Okay. Another question came in. Does it have AC, overcurrent, and instantaneous protection?
Yes.
Okay. looking through.
And I have some, again, if there's some additional information that anybody needs on this product, I have some other handouts that we can certainly provide to get you some more details on it. And as we launch this product this month, there will be additional videos and documentation for it.
I think we've answered all the questions, Peter.
Okay. Does anybody have any live questions? I'd be certainly more than happy to have that.
I'm looking through the Q&A, and I'll wait a couple. See if we have.
I want to apologize for the video not working, and we'll certainly get this resolved for future presentations.
Sounds perfect. And then I think you have.
Again, I know this presentation was set up for a half hour, so if anybody has any additional questions or thoughts, certainly I'm available. Go ahead.
I have one more question that came in. What happens if you forget the password? I believe, and this question will be in the documentation. I'll have to verify it, but I believe there's a way that you can reset that password, like you forgot your password or something like that within the app, and then it would generate an email, I believe, to you to reset that password. Okay, excellent. And then I have one more. Are the relays already stocked? No. Right now, this is a new launch. We're launching it here in April, so we will have some product probably, to be honest, probably late April, May. But if anybody is interested in a sample, certainly you can work through your local distributor salesperson, and we can get something for you if needed. I think we've answered all the questions. Yeah, I apologize. I apologize for any technical difficulties we had here, guys. But if there is any additional questions or support, as you can see on the screen, one, this will be recorded. Secondly, you certainly reach out to me, and I'll try my best to answer your questions on a timely basis. Thank you for attending. Have a great weekend.